What's up, everybody? So today is Tuesday, August 8th, and it's time for another video diary. Okay, so first off, I'm not gonna lie, I've been procrastinating on the modules. I'm still on module 3, I still haven't passed it, but today I feel pretty damn good. I just finished the call with one of my coaches that I got through the Shetty certification school, and his name's Abi. It was our first coaching session after the discovery call. During the discovery call, you kind of just want to feel out the person. It's kind of like an interview to see if we can work together. And I chose two coaches. One is Britt, which is female, and Abi, which is male. And today was the first coaching with Abi. On Thursday, I'll have my first coaching with Britt, and I'll give you guys a comparison. But I wanted to give you guys a little of an overview, or give myself, since this is a video diary for myself anyways, of like what went down in today's coaching session, because I was pretty excited about it. Okay, so in the beginning of our session, we basically discussed what was on my mind, and from the last call, we kind of discussed that I really wanted to work on my website. So I got a little bit closer to achieving that goal of creating my website. And he asked me, what do I want to achieve by having this website? So we went into that. Basically, what I want to achieve with this website is to help people streamline or have a roadmap on how to create content, how to create an online business and everything like that. And that is my vision of what I want to do. I want to have the website to look clean. I want it to go straight to the point as to what do I do, how to book a call with me, and how to pay for my services or digital assets that I plan to create down the road. So that is my vision for the website. Something that he challenged me on was that I use the word shortcut. Like, I want to give people the shortcuts to get to success. And he told me shortcut has like a negative connotation. That's why I started off with streamlining or roadmap instead of using shortcut. In life, whenever we try something, there's always error. There's always trial and error, and it makes you get to a place way slower. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts correctly. But if you're trying to reach a goal, it is more difficult, or it takes longer if you don't have a roadmap, if you don't have someone to guide you through the obstacle that you're trying to overcome. So we focused on changing the wording, that way it could sound better. Instead of giving people the shortcuts, you're giving them the roadmap, you're giving them the compass, the guide. And that's something that I want to do. I want to help people create financial freedom as I create my own. And I want to show people that I'm an everyday person just like them, and if I can achieve it, you can achieve it too. And I identified that you don't have to be an expert to teach someone something. You just have to be one chapter ahead. And I learned this through gloving. Gloving is a dance that I was teaching here on this YouTube channel. I wasn't an expert in the dance. I saw a gap in the market. There wasn't many people teaching this, and if they were teaching it, they only made 1 or 2 tutorials and then they vanished. So my idea was to fill the gap by teaching fundamentals of this dance form, and to help people who were like me, they were looking for answers, to have something tangible that they can go back to, reference, and learn from. Now, the side effect that came from doing videos on this dance is that I actually got better at it, because my understanding for the dance got better. By forcing myself to sit down and articulate each step for fundamentals, it helped me clean up my dance moves. It also gave me a better understanding to be able to expand on those dance moves, so I can get more complex in my style. So I think that was very beneficial. So teaching gloving online helped me understand that you don't have to be an expert. You just have to be one chapter ahead. I wasn't an expert in dancing, but I was a little bit more informed than someone who just heard about this dance form. So I was able to create content, and it made me better at articulating my message, understanding the dance form, and just gaining more skills to be able to become a teacher. And that's something that I love. I love teaching people new stuff. So this is why I didn't want to limit myself in a box when it came to just being a content creator for gloving. I want to be an educator. I want to educate people on what I'm learning because I know that I'm increasing in value when it comes to this knowledge, and why not help other people who want to do the same for themselves? I have a mission in life to become financially free, to live my life by my own terms, and why not teach people how to do the same thing if I'm able to achieve that, right? So that's what I'm doing. Which leads me into our next topic, which is defining success. So in my mind, success is having financial freedom, not worrying about bills, traveling, spending time with family, spending time with friends, spending time with my girlfriend, which eventually will become my wife, who will be the mother of my kids, spending time with my future kids. I see that as success. Not having to worry about where my next meal is going to come from, not having to worry about how I'm going to pay the bills. Also, I see success as being able to provide the ability to pay someone else's bills. Not in a sense where like I want to take care of somebody, maybe my mom. I would love to take care of my mom, but having the ability to employ somebody, pay them a salary, and then that way they can pay bills and live a happier life. So being able to provide that for someone, I see that as success. I want to be a leader. I want to be able to have employees. I want to be able to change people's lives by being employed by my company. And yeah, that's my vision for success. As I was discussing this, I told him like I want to have my website reflect that I'm an average individual. I'm nobody perfect. I'm not an expert. And he challenged me on that. He said that I already have the knowledge and experience from growing a following from 0 subscribers to 2,000 subscribers. Not a lot of people can do that or have done that. So I'm already ahead of everybody, which brought me to that. As long as you're a chapter ahead, you can help somebody. Now, as we dove deeper into my problems as to why am I not believing in myself, what are the roadblocks that are preventing me from moving forward and accepting myself as someone who is an expert or at least has enough knowledge to teach. And I reflected on, there's 2 types of fears. There's the fear of failure and the fear of success. Now for me, I don't believe that I have a fear of failure. In the 2nd grade, I was lucky enough to have a skateboard, and I skateboarded almost every single day from 2nd grade all the way to college, which helped me build unbreakable foundation of not having a fear of failure. Because skateboarding, you're falling all the time, you're failing all the time, but when you succeed, it is worth every single fall. I do believe that I have a fear of success. Now, this is hard for me to accept. In my mind, the fear of success translates to taxes, payroll, managing a team, things that make me feel uncomfortable because I'm not used to that. I haven't done that in a while. Because when I was a kid, I was the captain of my volleyball team, so I did manage the team, but I wasn't the coach. I was a leader position, but I wasn't the main person. In work, I'm a personal banker, or I was a personal banker, now I'm a teller, so I could get this done and make my career path. But as a personal banker, once again, it's a leadership position. Sorry, I'm burping a lot because I'm hungry. I'm fasting right now and I'm just drinking water. I'm in a leadership position. I coach people on how to achieve their financial goals and everything, but I wasn't the main guy. The manager is the main person. I'm just in that leadership position. So it's hard for me to put myself in a position of management, in a position of being organized, being responsible, even though I am pretty responsible. What Abby helped me identify is that responsibility is being able to respond. So I'm able to respond, and I'm able to respond in a positive way. So I'm learning things about myself. I am responsible and I shouldn't fear responsibility. So basically the goal is to overcome the fear of success, being comfortable being uncomfortable, and challenging myself to organize myself better, to manage people, to not be afraid of taxes, and, really dive deep into building a business, because this is my overall big goal, is to create my own business. And then something else that comes with success is the fact that I have to kill the old me. And now what that means is breaking bad habits and challenging myself to be more of a leader. Because who's going to listen to me if I can't even follow my own advice, right? I have to kill the old me. And some of the bad habits that I face is that I smoke weed. And this actually makes me feel uncomfortable talking about, which is crazy to me. I've been smoking weed since I was in the 7th grade. I used it to basically counter the feelings of anger that I had as a child. My mom and dad were divorced. I grew up without a father. My mother was a tyrant in the household. She wanted me to be a certain way, do certain things, and I rebelled extremely heavy. I became a punk rock kid, skateboarding all the time, smoking weed, doing dumb shit. I did all kinds of drugs as a kid, honestly. Since I was in middle school, I did like ecstasy pills, fucking cocaine, alcohol, like all the drugs I tried. LSD, everything. I've even tried crack cocaine, and it was only one time, and it was disgusting, and I never want to do that again. I did all these things to cope with my environment. So as a kid, I was incredibly angry. I didn't like that I didn't have my dad. I didn't like that my mom imposed rules on me. I didn't like that I grew up poor. I was homeless for 3 years. It was tough. It was a tough childhood. And then if I look even deeper, like when I was a really kid, like a baby, I was even sexually abused by my uncle and my grandfather. So these things really bothered me. I'm like, why me? Why the fuck do I have to deal with all of this shit? And for that, I grew some bad habits. I struggle with having an addictive personality. I don't really do a lot of big drugs anymore. I had a scare when I was in high school. I almost overdosed on ecstasy, which made me not ever want to do that shit again. But I smoke weed a lot, and I do this when I'm stressed. I do it when I'm bored. I even do it when I'm happy. Say I succeed in doing a project, I reward myself with the smoke. It is in my life in negatives and positives. And I know that it isn't beneficial for me because it drains my energy. It makes me feel tired, groggy. I waste a lot of time when I'm high. And then due to the sexual abuse that happened as a kid, I've been watching porn since I was like 5 years old. And I still struggle with watching pornography till this day. These things come from roots that I had as a kid. And this is the kind of stuff that I was talking about in the last video diary that I was uncomfortable mentioning. But this coaching call really helped me be vulnerable, be open to telling my story. And like I said, I need to kill the old me. I need to accept the things in my past in order to become the better me that I want to aspire to be. This is why I'm being vulnerable. This is why I'm doing these videos, and I'm challenging myself to be uncomfortable. Then lastly, something that I really appreciated about Avi was that he gave me a whole recap. He told me what I realized today. He told me that I don't have to be an expert to teach, that fear of failure doesn't affect me, that childhood doesn't bring positive thoughts. My childhood doesn't bring positive thoughts. That I am a winner. That was really nice of him. I almost got emotional when he was telling me that. It's like, I am taking steps towards my future. That I found a gap in the marketplace when it comes to dancing. That I see value in being organized and responsible. That responsible means response-able. That I have a fear that I have to overcome. And then he recommended something called the Johari window, which picks 12 values that resonate with me. I have to pick 12 values that resonate with me. And then I go to my closest peers and ask them to pick values that represent me. That way I can get an idea of how I want to structure my business, because having core values in your business will allow you to employ people with the same type of values, and it keeps you guys in the right direction when it comes to your overall mission. The Johari window will also give me feedback with the people that I spend the most time with. They can give me a perspective that I wouldn't even have thought of if they pick values that they see in me. So I think this is going to be extremely beneficial for me. So I will take this homework and complete it by our next meeting. So I'm excited about that. Overall, guys, I'm enjoying this process of going through the life coaching program, the Shetty life coaching program, getting a lot of value from it. $925 well spent a month. I think that once this is over, I'm gonna have a way better clarity as to how I want to structure my business, what clients I'm trying to help, and overall, I'm excited to really document this journey and challenge myself to be a YouTuber, to accept my role as a YouTuber, and to create content that's gonna help other people. Let's get this going. And as always, if you want to keep up to date as to where I'm at in life, click here to check out my last video diary.